come on. Come on, come on! Yeah! Come on! Greetings, and prepare for the amazing. What you will see is great racing. They got skills from front to back. These lobbies are stacked. Enjoy the racing at its best. Battles waged from first to last. The action is wall to wall. We will come.
Hello and welcome to Fast Ginger's channel here. We are preparing for Signal 13's World Series here for the Hyper-cars and GR3s. So it's the World Endurance Championship cars. And it looks like we are about to start the qualifying round here with the Hyper-cars going out first. And we've got all the displays up here. As you can see, we are in Daytona, and I'm assuming we are in the evening here. So in twilight, so we'll go from light to dark and race under the lights. I do like riding under the lights here at this track. It's very cool. We got Ricky B here, first one out. So here we are on Daytona. This is what it looks like. He is going through turn 8, heading towards 9 and 10 back there. I think it used to be called the bus stop, but I think it's like Le Mans or something like that. It's been renamed. So coming through 11, and then the second part of the corner is 12, and you can see where the penalty zone is right there. And then across the start-finish line, and Ricky B is getting ready to start his first flying lap in the Toyota. So there's Ricky B. We also have Snafu out in the Porsche. Miss here in a Ferrari, I believe. Rottenkraut in a Porsche. In an old livery from the 917 days. Castro here in the Peugeot. Not Jim Shady in a Ferrari. Matt here in a Porsche. SBR here in the BMW. So we should be getting close to the first flying lap to be timed. So here we go, Ricky B closing in the bus stop. And Lippany has not updated the track yet because that is all paved now. So Ricky comes bouncing through there. No penalties to take. And across the line for an initial lap of 135. Snafu here. Coming across to be the second one. Here comes M across, and he finishes third. Rottenkraut will cross the line, stays in fourth. Castro will be next to cross, and he will find himself in second place. Jim Shady will come across, jumps up to fourth. Matt has a penalty, and with penalty still goes up to third place. And SBR here looked like he probably went into the pits and then came back out, and he will be on his first timed lap. Ricky B here going through the bus stop again as the daylight fades. 2/10 up on his time. So it looks like he will be extending his time out for the pole position. All right, Castro. Oh, SBR comes across and takes over second place. Castro will be coming across here shortly. Rottenkraut is up to third place. Castro comes up. He's in third place now. Matt should be the next one across. Jim Shady jumps up to second. Missed that one. Matt is in fifth position. So it looks like we are all out of hypercar action. And we find, I wish I had Uncle Jesse's girl here. And he's getting ready to come across to start his first time lap, I think. There we go. English Andy coming across. Don. And then Mick here in the Merc. Orphan here, Ray, and then J Mac and Cheese. And that's it. So Uncle Jesse here coming out onto the super speedway, getting ready to go down the back straight. In the Gatorade car. So 135 is the hypercar time, and we'll see what the difference is between the GR3s, and that's going to be a penalty for cutting across the line there. He'll serve his penalty and his time will still count. And there he goes, serves his penalty and continues on. And he will come across and register. English Andy will come across ahead of him. Don P will come across in 11th. Mick here. Michael coming across. Orphan in there. Let's see, where are we? There we go. Orphan. So Mick is at the bottom. English Andy. So Forfan has jumped up to 3rd place in the GR3s. J-Mac should be getting close to... No, he's not getting close. I think he may have... I don't know if he went in and came back out. And we've got a couple of cars up there that are... There we go. Uncle Jesse, that's who our first car was. So Uncle Jesse here in 3rd place. See if he can improve that by not getting a penalty. And oh, that's going to be close. I don't know. And there it is, another penalty for Uncle Jesse. So we'll see English Andy sniffing a little draft off of Uncle Jesse. Can he improve? He does come to the front. Here comes Don P. So are we done here? I think we are. J-Mac coming across. No improvement. Starting 2nd for... Alright, so we are done here. So our field is set for Daytona. 40 minutes of fun under the lights. Again, we will take a look at the track. So there, where it says pit is the start finish line. Turn 1 is a increasing radius turn, and sometimes you can make a pass down in there. Right where, see where the pit lane is, it actually meets up with the turn just ahead of turn 1, and if you dive too low into turn 1, you will hit an invisible wall. And then turn 3, opportunity to get a pass there. Maybe turn 5, maybe into turn 6. Coming through the back stretch, get a draft and maybe into the bus stop. So there we go. Here's your results. And we will check out our starting order. Ricky B here with a 135.5 on pole. Jim Shady here in 2nd. SBR 3rd. Castro 4th. Matt 5th. Rottenkraut 6th. Snafu in 7th. And Missy, Miss Heya, what does it say, M, how's that? In 8th place, and then we start with our GR3s. Andy on pole, J-Mac 2nd, Forfan 3rd, Ray 4th, Uncle Jesse 5th, Mick 7th, and Don P, or 6th and 7th, is your final starter. So there is a good 10 to 11 second deficit between your 2 classes, so should not take very long for the won't take very long for the hypercars to catch up to the GR3s. So we'll go ahead and check out our standings for the league. Right now in Hypercar, Ricky B is in first place, SBR second, Matt is in third, Jim Shady fourth, Rotten Crowd fifth, Snafu sixth, Castro in seventh, and then Will Smurf there in eighth. J Mac is leading the GR3 side. Uncle Jesse in second, Forfan third, Ray fourth, English Andy in fifth, Don P sixth, Mick is in seventh, and then Henwood and Durden down there, they have not made a couple of races, so that finishes up our standings for the league so far, or the season. And just waiting here for our race to get started. And we are going to have 40 minutes. And I did not check fuel and tire rates. Ooh, let's see. We can look at it here maybe. It would help if I got the right controller. So there we go. Event settings. We'll scroll. All right. So tire wear is at 4 and fuel consumption 3. So it might have something to say about this race as far as fuel and tires go. It is a lot of wide open running with some of these straightaways here, so tire use or fuel usage could come into play. You might want to not be in the lead and actually follow and draft behind someone to save some fuel. But should be interesting race. And then with some of these, the infield portion, if you get into the GR3s from the hypercars, it could be tough to get around. The bus stop could definitely cause some issues with the passing and blue flags. So you'll want to catch the GR3s on the big banking oval part of the track to get around. So just sitting here waiting for the race to get started. And let's go ahead and listen to one of our sponsors.
When it's time to get rid of that painful friction, reach for the natural slick stuff you want and put some Hawk 2 lubrication on that thing.
There you go, Hawk 2 lubrication. And then we'll go ahead and play your other sponsor here.
If you want to stomp your competition into the ground, there's only one drink for you. Blue Moose Energy Drink! It'll give you hooves!
All right. Blue Moose Energy Drink. Here we go. Race will begin shortly. And I need to get the correct controller. All right, here we go. Spectate and hit that and display all, and here we go. So where do we want to keep lookout? So we'll get back here around 5th, and then we'll bounce back to somewhere around 10th. So far, so good. Everybody's coming through. Ooh, we got one going wide there. Got a couple off. Fan coming through, and have we had some people disconnect already? And it looks like we got some issues and are going to have a restart. Here we go. So we are going to be in a bit of a holding pattern here. So we're going to restart because of lag. And I was actually getting ready to talk about that. I was watching another live stream from some folks that race together, and they've been having some trouble with lobby stability, and it's Rob's Classic Racing. If you do get a chance, go check them out. They have some really good commentary for their live streams, but they were having issues with some connectivity, and we looked it up, and they were saying it was the server's possibility with PlayStation or Polyphony. And that would not be the case, because with lobbies like this, it is set through peer-to-peer and not through a server. So really your lobby is probably only as good as its weakest link in there. So if somebody's having some lag or some problems with their ping or whatever, it could cause some issues with the lobby. So you got to have a good host with a big, strong lobby, because it kind of goes all through there. And then others peer-to-peer into that. So if somebody's lagging behind, then the game kind of gets glitchy because it thinks something's somewhere else, and it can get a little unstable. So that's why you see this sometimes. It could be just one person's connection, and sometimes if it gets fixed or their connection gets better, then the lobby gets better. I've been in some lobbies, if the one person that was causing an issue got out, then the whole lobby stabilizes and gets better. So right now, nobody is doing nothing, because we are waiting for... they'll have to reset not the lobby, but they'll just have to set the grid, and then once they get that grid set, then they can start the lobby again. I'm going to change cars. Here's my cars. Sort by last used. So go ahead and choose the Porsche. There we go. So it looks better on screen. But we will stick with the spectate mode. But at least we have the correct type of car in the picture there. It is the Porsche. So currently, it says practice is taking place, but Ain't nobody practicing, so there is an interior of a Mercedes. And that would be the interior of something. Maybe the Ferrari? No, I think you can see the Ferrari label on it. See, there's the BMW, there's the Porsche, Peugeot. It's another hypercar. Hypercar. Here comes a Porsche out onto the track. There's a Ferrari. I think that's a Porsche, I'm not sure. Ferrari, Mercedes. And whatever that is. Could that be the Lambo? Not sure. I guess if we had all of this stuff. Yeah, Don P is in a Lamborghini, so. And it looks like we are getting ready to start here. And we are, so here we go. We are getting ready to start the race. Don P starting on pole position. And it's a rolling start. Here we go. Which we could lock into that camera right there. Alright, Ricky B starting. Castro dropping back a little bit. Matt looking to the outside. Everybody through so far. Oh no, snafu hits the wall. English Andy's got the lead. Forfan up into second place. Ray there in 10th. Don P's up. Jesse 13th. Mick 14th. J Mac 15th. English Andy's going slow. Are they all going slow, or does it just look that way? Where are we at? Okay, so Ricky B's in the lead, Jim Shady second, SBR third, Castro fourth, Matt fifth, Rottenkraut sixth. Snafu was able to get going and is in last place for that group. English Andy is in the lead, Forfan's in second. There goes Missa coming through. All right, so English Andy up to still in first, Forfan second, Ray, Don P, Mick here, and then Uncle Jesse and J Mac. J Mac making a move on the inside, coming into the bus stop. Ricky B stretching out the lead. Jim Shady in second. SB in third. Matt fourth. Rottenkraut fifth. Sixth. Snafu. And M here is 5 seconds back, but he could make it. English Andy getting some competition here from Forfan. Little battle there between Ray and Don P. We got Uncle Jesse and J Mac here battling it out for 14th and 15th. Everybody's still staying pretty close. English Andy, he's got a Forfan right on his tail, goes a little wide. Forfan's got the inside. Can he make the move? And he falls back in line. Maybe he'll make a move going into the bus stop. Or does that Ferrari have more legs down the straight stretch? We'll hang out here for a second. We're found in the toe of English Andy. And looks like he is content to just stay back there in second place. Brake drum or brake disc there glowing in the dark. Ricky B here in first place by 1.7 seconds over Jim. SBR in third. Fourth place is Castro. Matt in fifth, just right behind. Rotten Kraut just there too. Snafu as well. And M here is lost a little bit of time to Snafu. A little see Matt here. If he can make any distance up on Castro. It looks like that. Not able to gain on him too much. SBR tracking down Jim Shady. You can tell he's got a little bit of lag going, but he's also got a little bit of a toe going on with Jim Shady. Fastest lap so far. Gotta cut that inside close. Fan still right here in second place. Don P staying on the back of Ray Ray. Here's Uncle Jesse just behind J Mac. Mika's dropped back a little bit. So it looks like you'll be, oh, there we go. There's a move up ahead. Oh, a little bump in the back there from Don P. And got real close to the inside of that wall, but he made the pass and got through. So Ray looks like Don P may have let him back through because of that little touch going into turn one. So, but here's your 11, 12, 13, and 14th places, which are 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, all right there together. J-Mac is closed right into the back of Don P. And Uncle Jesse's got a half-second penalty, so he will want to get as close to the back of those two as he can so he won't lose any space. And when he has to serve that penalty, here we come into the bus stop. But he's coming through single file. And Uncle Jesse makes a move around Don P. J-Mac coming through. And serving his penalty. And he drops back. So he loses a little bit, but not that much. He's able to stay right there in the toes. So if you're going to serve a penalty, that's the way to do it right there. So we get up here. Ricky B is still in the lead. Jim Shady in second. SBR in third. Matt is in fourth position. Castro just behind him within 1 second. Rotten Kraut just a second behind that. Snafu just half a second behind Rotten Kraut. And yeah, here in 8th place, kind of in no man's land right at the moment. English Andy here in the lead, followed closely by Forfan, who has a fuel advantage over English Andy, but not a tire advantage, but it's very minuscule difference there between those two. Ray here in 11th place. And Forfan seems to be getting the better gas mileage between these Ferraris. J-Mac here. Don P. Uncle Jesse coming through. Don P on the inside lost a little bit of time and lost a little bit of traction and has got himself a half-second penalty. And he needs to stay on the back of Uncle Jesse as close as he can. And there he serves his penalty. Is he coming back? Mick is just back there, so if he does drop back, he is back behind 1 second behind Uncle Jesse. So if he does drop back, and he goes wide, and he goes into the grass, and he comes back on. Mick makes an avoid. Oh, and he gets into the back of him, trying to avoid Don P. And Mick has left the room. So we lost a driver there. So Don P here back on track. I think this is after all of the hullabaloo went through there, but we saw it in live. There we go. Ray 3 fans are in the house. It's good there to see him. There we go. There's Ray and the Taco Bell Ferrari. And he is leading J-Mac and Uncle Jesse in this fight here for third place. First and second, English Andy and Forfan have just kind of hooked up with each other and staying single file and trying to break away from the other pack and just make it a 2-car race for the win for GR3. Forfan coming to the inside, but I think that was more just to get a little air and to not get into the back of English Andy. So here we go. Jim Shady has got the lead. SBR in third. Matt Castro. So what happened to our leader, Ricky B? So I don't know. We've missed something, and too much racing going on. So Jim Shady has taken over the lead of the Hyper-car division. SBR is into second. Matt is up to third. Castro fourth. Rotten Kraut fifth. Snafu here in sixth, and Ricky B has dropped back to seventh. And I think he has Don P between him and... So the leaders are starting to get through the GR3 class. Oh, Uncle Jesse. So there we go. We'll follow those the hypercars going through the GR3s. SBR's making it around. GR3s staying to the inside with the hypercars on the outside. Ooh, this could be bad. Oh, Matt gets around him around the outside. There, now he makes it through. Third and fourth. Oh, Uncle Jesse getting pushed around a little bit there. So these guys have made it through. Uh-oh, what happened there? Let's see here. Here's Castro trying to get through Ray. Oh, gets into the back of him, and then Rottenkraut gets into the back of that. And then he goes off the road there. So struggling there with a little bit of GR3 traffic. So we knew that was going to happen. Looks like maybe we've got a yellow flag action going here because of the multi-car accident. And looks like we are back underway. Orfan has made it into the lead. I don't know if we can see any. No, he'd got around him by that time already. So there's Forfan in the lead. English Andy in second. Ray Ray's in third. So Ray fans, he's up to third place in their division. J Mac. And then Don P. And he goes a little wide. So let's get back. Let's do a whole field run through. So after all that action, we have Jim Shady here in first place, followed by SBR in second, Matt in third place, fourth is Ricky B, fifth place Snafu, Rottenkraut in sixth, Castro in seventh, and M here in eighth place. Forfan is in first place of the GR3 ranks. Ray in second place. English Andy third. Uncle Jesse fourth. J Mac fifth. And Don P here in seventh place. So Ricky B is trying to fight his way back up to the front. He is right behind third place of Matt, so we can expect that race to continue here shortly. Orfan has a good lead here on Ray. Looks like the battle there is for 11th and 12th place between English Andy and Uncle Jesse. Sparks are flying. We are 16 minutes into the race, 17 minutes, 23 to go. Looks like this little battle here for second, third, and fourth place is starting to... Oh, Ricky B is off the track. Let's see what happened, if there's contact or just... And here we go. Just ran wide. Got a little grass on the back end and around he went. So he's got to fight back and get those positions again. So he did have a good first 10 minutes, and now this last 5 minutes has not been as good for him as the beginning. So maybe he can have a better second half of the race. We are less than halfway and over halfway with fuel. So there's Forfan here and Ray, English Andy, and Uncle Jesse. We'll get back behind Uncle Jesse here. English Andy's all over the back side of Ray Ray. Ray Ray makes it through. Onto the high banking of the super speedway here at Daytona at night. Less than half a tank of gas, so he will need to refuel. And you can see the speed difference between that hypercar and English Candy going way wide. I don't know if he was just trying to give the hypercar a wide berth through there. Oh, he's sticking his nose. Ray Ray. Oh no, Ray Ray and so here we go. Here's Ray Ray coming through. Oh. Let's see what happened again here. Here we go. So he goes on the inside of him, and then he comes through, and they both, I think, pretty much just lost it on their own at the same time. So, and looks like we are in another yellow situation, and there they go. They are back under the way. Forfan here in first place. And there's Ray. He's on the back of English Andy. So this is the fight for third place. Identical cars, Ferrari on Ferrari action. Both of them with the endurance lights. There he goes on the inside of English Andy. Can he make it stick? And he does outbrake English Andy. And he does get the position. So Ray Ray up from third to second place. Behind Forfan, who is 3 seconds in the lead. Can Ray hold on to this position? Let's see what's going on with these hypercars. Jim Shady still in first, SBR second, Matt third, Snafu here in fourth place, Rottenkraut in fifth, Castro in sixth. Ricky B has fallen way back into seventh place. So he has been into the pits. So that answers, that's why he's that far back. He's got a fresh set of fuel. He's got fresh tires. He's got 17 minutes to go. So he is done as far as pit stops go. So he just got it out of the way. If he was smart, he did it when that virtual safety car came on. So here's your battle for first place, second place, and third place. Ooh, Matt coming on the inside of SBR. Can he make it stick? He's on the outside of this corner. SBR pushing him a little bit out of the way. Now, is that car fast? Is the Porsche faster than the BMW on the straight? Let's keep an eye on this race right here. He's not closing in enough to make a pass. SBR was kind of cheating to the inside a little bit. Matt got maybe a better run out of the bus stops. Can he make a move? He's not really closing because Matt is closing on an SBR. Is he going to make a move? Here we go. Jim Shady has gone into pits. Snafu has as well. So a couple extra people are making pit stops. That moves these two into first and second position. So we have officially started the pit stop rounds. So let's see here. Ray is in the lead now. Does that mean that Forfan has made a pit stop? I'd say so, as far back as he is. Yes, you can see up there on his timesheet he did come into the pits. So he is done with his pit stops. Looks like English Andy is done with his pit stops, and he's got a 3-second penalty for a pit lane infringement. And that's never fun. So SBR here in the lead. See how many more laps he's going to take before he makes a pit stop. You don't want to stay out. You either want to stay out a lot longer or not that long, because you don't want that undercut. It looks like he's staying to the inside. Is he going to make a pit stop? No, he is not. He continues around, as does Matt. Rottenkraut jumps in. Castro jumps in. Ricky B moves back up into third place now that he's had his pit stop done. He's not there yet, but he will be. Snafu has taken his pit stop. Jim Shady has as well. So I think Rottenkraut and Castro. So the last two that have not made a pit stop for the hypercars are SBR and Matt. Ricky B here in third place is moved back up there, and he is done with his pit stops, as is Snafu. Jim Shady is as well. Castro too. Rottenkraut. There's Jim Shady and Snafu. So those are de facto leaders. Once everybody is done with their pit stops, we'll find out. So here's Ray coming into the pits to take his one and only pit stop. He had no choice, so Uncle Jesse will continue to circulate. Don P will as well. He will hopefully make it around. So, because that fuel is looking pretty red there. But yeah, J Mac has not pitted. Don P has not. Uncle Jesse has not. So really the only ones are Ray, English Andy, and Forfan. He has taken his pit stop. SBR is in the pits, so Matt has taken over the lead. He has not pitted yet. Ricky B here in second place has made his pit stop and has cranked out fastest lap. SBR here in third place. He's back out. Snafu here. Jim Shady here. Castro. Rottenkraut. and M here in. So Matt, I guess he did have a pit stop because there it is on lap number 12. So 12, 13, it looks like he had his pit stop. And you can, well, no, look at, I think that was just a crappy lap. Or that was the yellow flag lap. Okay, so he needs fuel and he's coming in for it. Ricky B here has fuel. SBR does as well. He has a little fuel. I think he got enough to get to the end of the race. Snafu here in fourth. So let's see where Ricky B shows up here. He comes across and he will take the lead from Matt. SBR will be in second place. And there goes Matt. He is getting fuel. Jim Shady here. Matt's still in. Rotten Kraut. So here we go. So here's your leader, Uncle Jesse, who has not pitted yet. J Mac has not been into the pits yet. And then Orfan here is the first of your pit stoppers. As we see fourth place back here trying to get around and warning Forfan of his presence. He will go to the inside here. Forfan's kind of, he gave him the room. Now Jim Shady through. Castro will catch him on the straight stretch, so that will not be a problem. Matt will catch Forfan here on the straight stretch as well, so that helps Forfan and Matt for that matter. So here we go, Ricky B. Let's, I think we're not done with pit stops because here comes Uncle Jesse and J Mac. So we will run through the standings once Uncle Jesse and J Mac get done with their pit stops, and because that'll have everything will be completely shaken out. Everyone will have had their pit stops, so it'll be good to the end of the race in 9 minutes. So we have Ricky B here in the lead. Hyper-cars, so Snafu here in second place. SBR in third. Jim Shady fourth. Castro in fifth. Matt here in sixth place. Rotten Kraut in seventh. Giving everybody the little flashy flash that he's coming through. He's closing in on Forfan, who is the leader of GR3s, and he is through. And in eighth place is him. So J Mac is your leader at the moment. Forfan is in second place. Don P third. Ray fourth. English Andy is fifth place. So that is your GR3s. So first place is J Mac. Forfan in second. Uncle Jesse third. Don P fourth. Ray fifth. English Andy in sixth place. Your leader of the hypercars is Ricky B. Nafu in second. SBR third. Not Jim Shady fourth. Castro fifth. Matt sixth. Ruttenkraut seventh. And M here back in eighth place for Fan. So something happened here. Oh, J-Mac had a miscue going through the bus stop there, allowing Forfan to get through. So we just missed it, but we saw the aftermath of it. So Forfan has reestablished the lead of the race in his division. Uncle Jesse has Kept it there in second place. J Mac here dropped back to third. Don P. Ray 3. English Andy. Ricky B here in first place. There's some well-timed pit strategy. So he has had a couple of incidents, but has worked his way back up to the lead. So no problems with fuel or tires. 6 minutes left, which would be about 4 laps. Snafu has a good distance between him and SBR. SBR is a little bit under attack by Jim Shady, who is only half a second back. Clips the grass there, but keeps it going straight. Jim Shady there right behind him. Castro and Matt. Matt is looking to make a move on Castro. Let's get back here. Looks like he's catching him. Can he get him going into this right-hander? He looks to the inside. Castro giving him space. Pulls in behind. He makes the move. Can he keep it? Oh, he goes a little wide. Can Castro fight back? Nope, Castro's too far back to make any attempt at a retake on that position. Looks like we got a little bit of a race here for... Look back here at Uncle Jesse and Orfan fighting here for the lead of the GR3 ranks. Orfan keeping that racing line. Here we come back out onto the banked oval, the tri-oval. Uncle Jesse's hanging low. Orfan staying up high. Into the bus stop we go. He lets up a little early so he doesn't get into the back of him. A little downshift. Same shift time. Looks like he's got a little run on him. He's making up some time. Is he going to make a move? He goes to the outside. Across the line here, almost side by side. What can we do here going into the turn one? Orfan a little wide there, giving Uncle Jesse a chance. Going defensive. Can Uncle Jesse do the over-under? Oh, there he goes. He's making a move. He's on the outside of this corner coming up, side by side. Through they go. Excellent racing. He's got the inside of this line. He retakes the lead. Here comes Forfan fighting back. Oh, a little grass. Oh, he got a little squirrely too. A little flashy flash. Is he going to get a better run off the corner? Here we go. Is he going to make a move going into the bus stop, or is he going to try to nail the bus stop and get a better run out of the bus stop to get him on the start-finish line? Uncle Jesse going a little defensive. Give him the little headlight flash to worry him. Oh, he goes a little wide. He compromised his exit, but no penalty, so should be okay. Oh, he did get a penalty. So he will take his penalty, but it should not really affect him. But He's getting that slipstream. He's trying to do everything he can to not lose any time. All right, so he's still within half a second there. So let's run through, see if there's any other battles going on here. Doesn't appear so. Snafu and SBR are a little bit close. But this is your battle for the lead of the GR3s. Everybody else is kind of spread out here. Orphan trying to make a pass on Uncle Jesse again. They were side by side through here last time. He makes the pass. He's through on Uncle Jesse. Uncle Jesse looking to the inside. Falls in line on the straight stretch. That Mercedes got some grunt going down that straight stretch. Uncle Jesse here following him into the bus stop. Oh, a little sloppy. Good run coming out of there, but he did lose some time. He's losing time by the 10th. Orphan spreading that lead. 24 seconds. Uh-oh. We are getting close to the end of this one. So these two will not. J Mac trying to slow down so he doesn't. There he goes. And there's your leader. Ricky B takes the checkered flag. Jim Shady coming across here in second place. Third place, Matt. Rotten Crowd here will come across in fourth place, possibly. Castro is pushing. So here comes Rotten Crowd, Castro, Snafu, and SBR coming through to finish in seventh place. And Michia has taken that. Orphan here. Did we lose somebody? So J-Mac. I guess he just didn't want to take any more laps. Oh, Uncle Jesse, he came into the pits. He ran out of gas. So he had to go into the pits. So he will finish. So that battle they had for first place was for nothing. Orphan will come across the last car. He timed it just right with the fuel. So we were kind of robbed of a good finish there. And Orphan comes across for the win. And that'll put J-Mac in second place, Don P in third. So here we'll go check out the standings when that comes up. If that comes up. Here we go. So here are your results. Ricky B with the overall win and the hybrid division win with the fast lap of 134.7. Jim Shady in second, Matt third, Rotten Crowd fourth, Castro fifth, Snafu sixth, SBR in seventh, and M there in eighth place. Orphan takes the win for GR3s. J-Mac in second, Don P up to third. Uncle Jesse coming in fourth place after running out of gas, I think. Ray Brago, Ray coming in then English Andy, and then Mick coming in last there. So there you have it. That will shake up the standings of LMGT3. Fan got the place. Uncle Jesse fell back. So that'll be a little bit of a change. But it looks like the hybrid cars will stay pretty close to the same. So that'll be it. So I believe that is everything we got for this race. We have another race coming up next week. And if you give me a second, I will go see where we are going to go. So here we go. We are scheduled for Fuji International Speedway with random weather. So chance of rain at Fuji. And that will be next Wednesday at 9 p.m. here on Fast Ginger's YouTube channel. So thanks everybody for watching. Give it a like and subscribe if you want to. And we will see you next Wednesday for another Signal 13 World Endurance Challenge race.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to end the show. The stream is over, I got to go. Now is not the time to be sad. I'll be back, there's more streaming to be had. Fast Ginger will bring the best with an entertainment fest where friends are made and good times never fade. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like, you can even get notified.